we were live. But we are live. This is if there's anybody here, this is the first live episode of the Swingin Bunt podcast.
Yeah, a little nerve-wracking, a little scared. It really doesn't make any difference, but just the fact that it is live and anything that could maybe need edited out is not an option anymore. It makes it a little scary.
Yep. And I think I could download it later and then edit out and then make the actual live stream private. So like we could edit out, but like if you're watching it live, then it's not a
no options.
Yeah. But is there anybody watching right now? Is there anybody in the chat?
Yeah, if there is, feel free to leave questions, comments. We'll hopefully get to them. Hopefully we see them.
Oh yeah, we got Evan's here.
Oh shoot. Okay. No biggie.
What up, Evan? So how are we going to start off, being as we don't maybe we wait a little bit before we get into anything so we can let people get in here.
Yeah, might as well. Let it be known that I am currently foregoing watching the Guardians game at this moment for this live stream podcast here. So no pressure to the viewers, but I hope it's worth it.
Yeah, respect the grind. You gotta see what's going on. We have 2 viewers right now.
Guardians.
Supposedly.
Oh, crap.
Throw it on another tab and keep it open.
I might as well, yeah.
Let's see. We're figuring out this live stream thing, so we'll have some bugs to work out as we go through.
I can't put it on my second monitor, unfortunately.
Well, you can just take it off when you don't when we go share the screen.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Evan, I see the chats now. Sweet.
I really wish it was up. It would show up here. I don't know why it's not.
That'd be almost too much to ask for.
Yeah, well, it says YouTube doesn't support comments on private videos. Create a public or unlisted stream to show comments from your viewers. This should be a public stream. Let me take a little look, see if I can fix that. It shows it is public. Why?
Well, I mean, I haven't got into it unless you followed the link.
Yeah, I mean, he can. Yeah, I just think the comment should be showing up here like that.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not. It's all right though, I guess.
I do like your name of the episode, by the way. 8 1/3.
Yeah,
that's good. That's really good.
I thought about 2/3, and I thought about 8 1/2. I'm like, well, 8 1/2 is just weird. 8 1/3. Yeah, gotta keep the baseball theme in there somewhere. Up to 3 viewers, 3 concurrent viewers. Dang. If you're here, say hello. Let us know you're in here.
For all those wondering, Marvin does do almost all of the episode naming, by the way. So give Marv props for that. They're fantastic in my opinion.
Yeah, we might be running out of them before too long, but we're gonna keep them going as long as.
Yeah, you kind of start to run out of baseball references after about 10. So
yeah.
I don't know. I thought that I had was make the episode, I don't know, like named after a famous person of that number.
I thought about that. Yeah,
maybe like 5 minutes just talking about why and move on from that.
Oh, Mr. Laver is in the chat. Zachary Laver. How's it going?
Married man.
About to be. We're excited for that wedding coming up here. Oh, well, we're at 5 minutes live right now, so I don't know. Maybe at the 10-minute mark we start to really get into things. And
yeah, we could try our best to fill 5 more minutes of space.
Yeah, we could do it. We're just rambling.
This is legitimately the first time that I've ever been live on anything.
Yeah. So. I think I did Twitch 5 years ago for 3 times.
Some Fortnite back in the day.
I think I was playing the Star Wars Battlefront or something.
Oh, I was gonna say that. I should have known.
Man, that's disappointing. I'm gonna have to figure that thing out.
Yeah, the first time in my life that I'm wishing I had 3 monitors.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I could hook up my laptop that I use for going to Caden's, but then I need to string an HDMI cord, and
that's just too much of a hassle at this point.
yeah, we can manage without it. Everything look okay on your guys' side, Evan and Zach? I think it should be. It all looks okay on my side.
Yeah, it looks good enough on YouTube. Maybe the quality isn't the best thing ever, but that's whatever.
Yeah, I think there's like a 10 or 15-second delay on YouTube.
I think less than that.
Yeah, it might be. So yeah, so if you say something, it takes us a second to answer, then we'll. It's just because there's a little bit of a delay that's built in there for things.
Oh, I messed up my my chat on the stream. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. Okay, I think we're back. Beautiful, says Zach. Lovely.
Well, yeah, that's good to hear. Good to hear. Can I just?
I am rocking the Down Goes Anderson shirt, by the way. Gift from Ashley. Awesome. Might be the sweetest shirt that I own. It's just so tough.
I played golf last night, and me and the guy we went with Will from work. We went to Realwood in Wasion next to the movie theater.
I didn't even know there was a golf course in Wasion.
Yeah. And anyways, it was like 8:00 because it was after golf, and there was only a couple of us in there, and they had a baseball game at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh, Iden's here as well." Thank you. We are very handsome. But anyways, it was on the TV, and I'm looking at it, and it was Houston and Rangers in Texas, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I didn't think they were really playing, but I'm like, all right, whatever. Then
is that the 21 World Series?
No, Houston and Texas are in this. They're both in the American League.
Oh, well, crap.
But anyways, I'm looking at it, and I'm like this doesn't. Texas was home. I'm like, this doesn't look like their new stadium. And I'm looking at it, and then I'm not even looking at the scoreboard, and Rougned Odor came up to bat.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, I don't know the last time that guy's played baseball. And all I can think of, didn't he get into a fist fight at some point?
Yeah, he socked the crap out of Jose Bautista. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then Lance McCullers Jr. was pitching for Houston, so that wow. Right away I'm like, yeah, this is not. And then Prince Fielder came up to bat for Texas, so I'm like,
what the heck?
I didn't look it up. Couldn't remember when that game was, but I mean that had to have been. Prince Fielder's been retired now for 8 years, I think. So the game was.
I can't believe that Lance McCullers and Prince Fielder actually played at the same time because Lance was still rolling for the Astros World Series runs.
Yeah,
he was their ace, I think.
Yeah, like he came in like the 7th inning or like the 8th or 9th inning of like Game 7 to close it out or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, he was a really good prospect, but I think he just got traded. I think somebody traded for him, and then he got cut like 2 days later, I think.
Oh, nice. One of those.
I don't remember who traded for him or how that happened or anything, but yeah. It was just a funny pull. I'm like, rooting at a door. I'm like,
yeah.
I remember that guy was an electric second baseman, I think.
I really don't know what else he did besides get in a fight with Jose Bautista.
I think he had like 30 home run season, but like
really,
but he struck out like he was the start of the 3 true outcomes kind of. I feel
someone's got to start a movement.
Yeah,
that's funny. I hate it.
Yeah, it would be nice to see batting averages go up a little bit more. But
I saw this video from Foolish Bailey a while ago. I think it was Foolish Bailey that he was suggesting the opposition of 3 true outcome referred to just as baseball happening.
Yeah, I think I saw that video too.
People like when baseball happens.
Yeah.
You know?
But we're up to 6 people watching right now. And,
sweet.
Don't be afraid to comment something but we'll get to talking about the trade deadline here in about a minute or so. Just letting the group populate a little bit.
Anderson says baseball, baseball, baseball,
Yes.
baseball, baseball, baseball.
Big
Yes.
baseball guy, Anderson.
For here, that's what he says. Future Cubs and or White Sox fan, Anderson.
I hope Cubs. Well, I don't. It'd be fun to be another AL Central guy.
That would be fun. I would have to like start to slowly hate him. Unfortunately, Anderson did ask me this question. He was asking like, how long do I have to be a fan of a team before I'm no longer a bandwagon or like truly accepted as a fan? And my answer to that was, it depends on how much pain you go through in that time.
Yeah.
You know, like if you hop on the White Sox, maybe right now, you might actually be seen as a bandwagon, believe it or not.
Yeah,
but
because
about 2 years ago, you're right to the fan status at that point. The amount of pain that they went through.
But like that it's almost impossible for like the Cubs because they're just normally good.
Yeah, normally.
So you never. I mean, they had their 106-year World Series route before they beat you guys. But
yep.
It was 108 years. Was it like the same number of stitches on a baseball that they had? I think I remember hearing.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
and now that leads us as the current longest standing World Series drought.
Yeah,
I think we're up to like 78 years now.
Yeah, that's tough. Tigers are closing in there. I mean, like 1984 was the last World Series win.
That's not too bad.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not reading any of.
I'm not reading that. You'll never see that in baseball. We're grown men in baseball.
Maybe over in Japan they might do some of that. You know.
You would love Japanese and Korean baseball, Aiden.
They're all about the fanfare.
Yeah. So I guess we can start talking about the deadline a little bit.
Yeah, might as well.
So the Tigers. Well, we talked about a lot about the Tigers. You can go ahead first. Talk about Cleveland.
Okay, if you want to pull my stream up or my screen up here. So the Cleveland Guardians, I don't want to say I was surprised that we were buyers, but I'm kind of surprised of how much we did buy.
Mm-hmm.
I have the contracts pulled up here. And you see the main acquisitions that we're looking at here are Foster Griffin. That's going to be a 1-year rental from him. Joe Adell, that will be a 2-year from him. So that's pretty nice that we get an extra year of arbitration. So who's to know how much that contract really goes up in that second year? You can assume it'll stick around the 5.2, maybe a little less because he had a really good year last year.
I think they all have to. I mean, I'm sure it's going to go up.
Okay.
I would say, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 million.
Hopefully under 7.
Might trade him before that happens.
That wouldn't be a bad move, to be honest. I really, really want it. And then why can't here's the other name that I couldn't think of yesterday that we acquired from the Brewers. Blake Perkins, outfielder. He's in his 3rd year of service time, so we still have him for a full 3 seasons of arbitration. Mm-hmm. So that's really nice. Why am I not finding Nathaniel Lowe? Okay, there's Nathaniel Lowe. Another 1 year. But if you look down here on the amount of money that it says to the Guardians, but realistically, this is just a contract that team already paid before trading them over. So if you look at that is a Foster Griffin comes out to a $1.6 million rental.
That's a pretty good deal
for an all-star pitcher. Yeah, that's very good. Nathaniel, he comes out to under $500,000, and Joe Adell 1.5 for the rest of the season, and then we're gonna have to cover the arbitration next year. Bless you.
Thank you.
And then I just have pulled up here the transactions in general. We'll get more into these in just a second. But one thing that I did want to show is this isn't updated for the newest players that we have yet, but I had this sorted by home runs. And then if I go over to RBIs, note these numbers. 13 currently leads the league or the team, and 55 RBIs. That's not good.
I'm surprised. I thought DeLauder would have more than 12.
Yeah, especially after getting 5 in the first week of the season.
Yeah. I mean, he was hurt, but
he was hurt for a little bit, and I think he really changed his approach where, like, you hit 2 home runs in your first MLB not technically first MLB game since he debuted in the postseason for us last year, but you hit 2 home runs, you kind of get in your head, I'm a home run hitter, you
Yeah.
know? He starts swinging for the fences, he gets injured, he comes back with a different mentality, and he hasn't really been going for the long ball as much, which I like. I don't like dudes that only swing for the fences.
Mm.
But that's just the basic Guardians real quick. And here's the first real big actually cancel that. We'll look at Craig Yoho first. So this was we
That's a
picked
great
him up.
last name, I think.
It is. It's really, really good. But we picked him up 2 days ago, so the day before the trade deadline. This extension, this is something that I really didn't expect would be that high for him, especially with this arm angle. I feel like when you think of extension, you think of guys that really come over the top, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I could
That's
be.
that's a big thing the Tigers are looking for these days is they like extension guys, like
Mhm.
kind of insanely amount. Like that's if you don't have like 80th percentile extension, they're not gonna even entertain you. It feels like.
Well, I like extension. I think it's
Yeah.
a really great thing. It, in a sense, makes you have to pitch less distance,
Yeah.
speeds it up.
Yeah, for
So,
those of you who don't know really what extension is, it's like it's how far you go down the mound before you release it, so it shortens the gap that you see the baseball. So I don't know remember the numbers, but you've got how many seconds or half a second to see the baseball. And the shorter you make that, the less time you have to see it, and the harder it is to figure out
mhm,
if it's a ball strike or what the ball's
yeah.
doing.
So extension adds up. And from a 6'2" guy here, you expect to be all the way up there in extension. But I was saying I watched him pitch the other day, and I was really, really impressed by that changeup. That changeup was really nasty. You see, it's got a lot more drop than the average changeup does, and he throws it 47% of the time. So he knows it's his best pitch, and I think he utilizes it really well.
Joe, I heard your favorite Guardian of all time is Stuart Fairchild.
I hate Stuart Fairchild, in fact, and I always
That
will.
I think that's gonna have to become some sort of mainstay of something on the podcast. Is Stuart the hatred for Stuart Fairchild?
Like it seriously, it surprised me, man. Like I never thought I'd see his name ever again, and there he was at the top of the ABS challenge list of all things.
I'm
And
gonna
I can't hold my hatred back for the man.
I'm gonna look for specific stats that he leads in, so that way I can always
Yeah,
bring him up.
good luck with that. He did not do crap. But Craig Yoho, on the other hand, he had a pretty decent 2026 so far. Under 2 walks per 9, pretty good. Over 11 Ks per 9, we'll take that. The BABIP,
It,
that's fantastic.
yeah, I mean unsustainably well.
That says a lot of ground balls, and you can see that by his ground ball number, almost 50% rate. So a guy that throws a lot of changeups, a lot of balls that fall, you'd expect to get a
Yeah,
lot of ground
you
balls.
get on top of the ball a lot more.
The only thing that doesn't make me extremely happy, like you were saying, it not really sustainable, and you can kind of see that with the difference in his ERA versus xERA and FIP versus xFIP. When your expected numbers are higher than the actual numbers, it's not normally a sign of great things. But like I said, I really like his changeup, and I think he'll be a great bullpen piece for us. And
Like
the
you
other
need more
piece,
of those.
it never
But
hurts.
yeah, but we
Never
did
hurts.
talk about how bad the bullpen was last week for you guys.
Yeah, yeah. And the other guy that we got out of that, Blake Perkins, who we sent immediately down to AAA, he is fully in arbitration. He has only 2 years of service time, so we have him under team control for another 3 years after this season. Really not a lot to look at here. He's had a really rough 2026, but hopefully we can develop that a little bit, maybe. So I don't really know what the game plan is with Blake Perkins, but Craig Yoho, I like. What we gave up for those two, we gave up Bo Naylor, Josh Naylor's brother. He had a really, really rough 2026. I mean, that is a 143 average. And like I've said before, we already have 3 catchers waiting above him. So I'm not too hurt about losing Bo. the only thing that I really miss is his brother Josh. So
Hey Josh,
hope we
hey,
go
Naylor.
because you've never had him on your team.
I don't care
That's
if I've never had him
correct.
on my team. He's just not I mean, you probably Juan Soto is like kind of a nobody likes him because of just the way he acts.
That's a good point.
So
Yeah,
yeah, you won't want Soto on your team, but
but I'm sure the Mets fans love Juan Soto
yeah,
and all of his
he's on
antics.
his fourth team. It's so crazy.
And he's what, 27 years old?
I don't even know if yeah, something like that. 27, 28.
And the other guy that we gave up here, Cody Hewer. This is essentially just a replacement level player. We traded him to the Orioles, and they traded him to the Brewers, and they immediately flipped him to the Orioles for
Yeah, I saw
cash.
that.
So that was essentially a nothing burger there. So think of it as Bo Naylor for 2. And yeah, I'll really take that. I like how Craig is looking so far. That'll be a great arm for the bullpen. Do you want me to just like straight up speed through everything, or
I could talk about some of the Tigers stuff.
yeah, go ahead.
So, oops, that's the wrong screen. So one of the other things that the Tigers technically made 4 trades this deadline. We had the aforementioned Scooble. We talked about that a lot in the last episode. So we'll talk about it more. But if you really want to dive deep into that, go check out the last episode. But we traded Casey Mize right at the last second.
Literally last second. I didn't even get the notification until like 6:30.
Yeah, and we talked about last episode about we DFA'd Jake Rogers, but then we ended up trading him to Baltimore for a player, and then Baltimore traded him in the Adley Rutschman deal to Boston.
Oh,
so yeah. So who we got? I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on the chat, Joe, since I don't have it pulled up anymore. If something comes up. So we got Zane Barnhart from Baltimore. He's a 24-year-old, and he's a right-handed pitcher, and he's not bad if you look at some of these numbers. Those look fairly good. He's got fairly decent stuff, it appears, based on these. Command's gonna be an issue. So we look at some of the numbers that he's done, and he's already made 1 appearance for us because it happened about a week ago now, I think. And he struck 1 guy out, walked a guy, and allowed a run. So
did everything you could ask for, really.
Yeah. 3 true outcomes. Not a home run, unfortunately. That would have been 3 true outcomes to the max. But in this year in Baltimore, in their Double-A system, he had 40 innings, and he's had it all right. He had 4.0 ERA. The FIP is a little worse. But 10 strikeouts per 9, which is what it appeared in the scouting report up here that Fangraphs has. He's got some good stuff to work with. He walks is the issue. He's walking 4.25 guys per 9 innings.
Yeah, it's not good.
But he's not allowing a lot of home runs either. So if we can dial in the walks with some pretty decent strikeout numbers, it appears for Jake Rogers, who you DFA'd, you'll take this any day of the week because you DFA'd him, which literally meant you were just getting rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, you didn't expect to get anything back. So
I watched a video once by Trevor May, who would know how DFAing works. Not dogging on Trevor May, but he was an actual major league player. Yeah. And I still don't fully understand how it works, to be honest. I was really confused when you guys DFA'd Jake Rogers and then traded for him. That blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I think you DFA him so that way he can become a free agent, but then teams can also go and decide to trade for them so that way they get the first. So then they're not fighting somebody else in free agency, basically.
Okay.
It's kind of weird how it's allowed to happen like that. You feel like if you're going to trade him, you do that before you DFA him. But I guess, yeah, it's kind of roster manipulation in baseball is kind of difficult to understand at times.
And then if I am correct, I'm pretty sure that once you DFA them, and assuming nobody trades for them, they get put on open waivers. They're essentially a free agent. And then if they clear waivers for an entire week, I'm I think they have an option to either go down to your minor league system or become a straight up free agent at that
Ye-
point.
Yeah, I think it depends on like how much service time you have. If you
Mm,
can be sent down, or
okay.
I think it's either like you can get waived and sent down, but you don't get put up to any like if you waive somebody, you put him out there that anybody can claim him. And if there's a certain structure of who has priority on the claim, just like in fantasy football, baseball, they have the claim order.
I see.
And
Okay.
if you're above the claim order, then you get him. But if nobody claims him, then you can put him in your you can take him off your 40 man and you can put him down to the minor leagues.
Hmm.
DFAing, I think, is basically just releasing him.
Okay.
But I think you can do both. It's I don't my knowledge of it is playing baseball games, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So if those aren't really up to snuff, then
Yeah,
who knows what's happening?
but I mean, it's a lot out of the park. So out of the park's fairly accurate.
It
But yeah,
is. Yeah.
it's something along those lines. But yeah, for a guy you were releasing in a sense, you got I mean, he is 24 years old, but you got something back to go in your minor league system. I would guess at 24, drafted in 23. Oh, he's Hillsdale College. That's not far from
Oh,
us.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he is Rule 5 eligible this winter. So
Okay.
we can get into Rule 5 eligibility later, come off season time. But
That's an interesting one too. Yeah.
yeah, you would think it's going to depend on how well he pitches if they even decide that they need to put him on the 40 man to protect him or not.
Hmm.
But for I was sad to see Jake go, but I'm glad that we got something for him at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. At least something.
So that's another one of the Tigers trades that we made. So jump on back onto one of
Okay.
your guys's.
Let's go ahead and tackle. Let's go with Joe Adell here. So Joe Adell, looking at his baseball savant page, not the world's greatest thing, but the one big thing is that bat speed, right? He's maybe not squaring
What's
up.
up, Connor? How's it going?
Oh, Connor.
Connor Sanford.
Oh, but Joe, he's maybe not squaring up or getting the greatest amount of contact, but that's not what we got him for.
Yeah,
We got him for the
power.
idea of power. Yeah. As I was saying earlier, when we were looking at the Guardian stats, take a note of that 13 home runs is leading the team. And what was it, like 55
Yeah, I
RBIs?
think so.
We go over here to Joe Adell's stats on the season. He has 16 home runs and 62 RBIs. So he is now leading our team in home runs and RBIs
I was surprised he has that many RBIs on the
on the
Angels.
Angels. Yeah.
I mean he's batting cleanup, so I would guess he's batting cleanup. So he's got Zach Neto and Mike Trout above him, and I don't know who else. But yeah, I guess
The
so.
one fun thing about Joe Adell is earlier on in the season he had a game where he robbed 3 home runs.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, robbed 3 home runs in one single game, and then I went and checked his baseball savant page the next day, and he
Terrible
was
fielder.
still at negative outs above average.
Yeah,
Like, how do you rob 3 home runs in a single game and still have negative defensive runs saved? That's impressive.
yeah, that means you're real. Look, go back to click on MLB percentile rankings 26. You can look at previous years on the left.
Oh.
No, same. You were at it. Click on that. Yeah, you can look at every year.
Oh, wow.
So that's last year. He was
Yeah.
really good last year.
He was hitting the crap out of the ball last
Never
year.
been a great defender. If you get I think the plus, it'll like cycle through all of them. I think.
Oh, but it only started at 25.
So you can take it. It is a cool thing that Savant does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so never
Rookie
been a
year,
great
terrible.
defender. Didn't
He's fast
qualify.
though.
That helps. Oh, very fast. Holy crap. I didn't realize
What
that.
is it now? I didn't think it was that high. Yeah. I mean, he is.
It's still 28 feet per second, though. That's
Yeah, I mean, he is
not at all.
27. So I mean, versus when he was 21.
But
I think.
Joe Adell once again was the only guy that we picked up besides Craig Yoho that actually has multiple years of team control with us. So that'll be interesting to see what we can do with him maybe next year. But looking at his stats from last year, like the Baseball Savant page shows, he kind of raked a little bit, 30,
He was their best player
37
last
home
year.
runs. Oh, I'd say, well, with
Well,
Mike
Mike
Trout
Trout,
out.
he was
Yeah.
injured. Yeah.
Yeah. 26% strikeout rate. Not great. Not great. The 5.8% walk rate, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And that came together for a 1.2 WAR season.
It's crazy how you can hit 37 bombs and be below replacement level.
Yeah, a little bit. But the defense.
I was like, can you guys stick him at DH and get him out of the outfield?
Well, then it kind of becomes a question between him and Chase DeLauder of who we trust more in the outfield.
I would say DeLauder.
Probably.
What's his Savant page look like in outs above average?
That's a great question.
I would think DeLauder is better in the field.
Well, better.
Better, but yeah.
League average.
Slower, so.
Yeah.
But I think I would still have DeLauder because you've got him for.
The range and the arm is definitely better. The sprint speed is worse. But
I mean, I'd probably, if it was me, I'd have DeLauder because you have him for another 5-6 years versus you want to try to get him to be a better fielder.
Yeah. But for Joe Adell, we gave up just one guy in Jacob Cozart, a former second-round pick. He was picked the same year that Travis Bazzana was. Wow, $2 million signing bonus for a second rounder. Holy crap. That's crazy.
Yeah. Coming out of college, too. Nobody see that for high schoolers.
If you look at his his prospect rankings here, there's two. His raw power and his fielding are the only ones that are actually above average.
Average or above average, yeah.
Yeah. So
and raw power is not even,
no, it's not great. If you're going to be hitting a 20-30, 20, by the way, that's the lowest I've ever seen.
That is the lowest it can be. 20 is 20 to 80 scale, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you're going to be hitting a 20 to 30, you got to have more than average power.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too hurt about this one. I think Joe Adell will be great. We have him for 2 years, like I said.
A second round pick 2 years ago to fall off this bad.
Yeah. Well,
does it have his college stats down below? I think Baseball Reference has college stats on their pages.
Yeah, no college stats. I'll look in that in a second if you want to take over the screen.
Yep. So I'm kind of dancing around the other main trade that the Tigers made, but so if you remember, we disliked Jahmai Jones around here because he did absolutely nothing this year and was a waste of a roster spot. And we did the same thing. We DFA'd him, and it was middle of July to early July. And the same thing happened. We traded him to Boston, and I think he immediately hit a home run in his first game. But anyways,
nice.
We traded him for a player to be named later, in which I don't understand how those things come about. But anyways, it's basically they come up with a player later that's fair for both sides or something. I don't know. But it was announced in the last couple of days who it would be. It is Jojo Ingracia. I think I nailed that. He is a 24-year-old lefty who's got a decent. He's got average pitches in better command than what the other guy had.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at his years, he hasn't pitched this year for us yet. But in high A, he's 23. He should be. I think he's probably about the right age for 23. Somewhere there's like an average age, but I think it's around 23 probably, maybe older. But in 44 innings, he has a 12K per nine. That really impressed me. And he's got his home run rate is below 1 as well at 0.61. and he's doing all this starting. He's started 11 out of 13 games. The issue, which most pitchers, is command. He's walked
Hmm.
4.5 guys per 9 inning, and you don't. That needs to
Essentially, a
get fixed.
dude every other inning he's walking.
Yeah,
Not
that
essentially,
that
literally.
yeah, that needs to get fixed. I mean, in this year at 44 innings, he's got 59 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 3 home runs. So pretty good FIP, pretty good
Yep.
expected FIP. So for this guy, I mean, he's like you said, he's 24, so he's up there in age. So he just turned 24 11 days ago.
Hmm.
So and he's a lefty. You can never have too many lefties
Yeah,
options in the bullpen. So I would think with these numbers, he's going to get moved up to Double A by the end of the year, probably. If not, I don't know where he got put. It says high A, so maybe they put him right into high A.
that would make sense.
But yeah, but for a guy that like this guy, I'm actually have he definitely has a future of potentially getting
Hmm.
in the Tigers bullpen at some point. I doubt he. I mean, especially if you're walking that many guys, he's probably not going to make it as a starter.
Hmm.
But he's striking out enough guys, and that makes you think that he could be a really good reliever down the road.
Yeah, and once again, can't have too many lefties.
Yeah. So two minor trades that had happened before the main deadline period. So a couple of guys that I kind of forgot that we traded for him until I was looking
Started
at.
looking into
Yeah,
transactions.
I'm like, wait a minute. Like we got more guys than just these. I think I saw it on Instagram too. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about these guys.
Yeah, it's not just about what happens in the last 24 hours, apparently,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
though that's when all the excitement is. I do have Jacob Kozart's reference page pulled up, and I see why they drafted him in the second round now. This is a catcher batting 305 with an over 1,000 OPS, albeit in college, but
I mean, ACC. That's the second best baseball
yeah,
conference.
I'd say.
But
So, I mean, those are really good numbers for a catcher.
I wonder, how did the fall off happen? I wonder.
It's a different beast, man.
It is. It is.
Simply.
Yeah.
Like Austin Hedges batted over 500 in high school, so
Yeah.
that's always
Yeah.
fun for me sometimes looking at crappy MLB players' high school stats and just seeing how different they were.
Or you look at the really good MLB players and how bonkers they went.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I still have somewhere the history or the records in all of our stats from our 2 years that Joe
Mm,
Bly at the end of the year.
mm-hmm. That
Those
was
would
fun to
be
see.
those would be fun to look at sometime, maybe during the off season.
Okay, done with this. Done with this. Oh, let's move that over there. All right. Next up for the Guardians editions is Nathaniel Lowe of the Cincinnati Reds at the time. And Nathaniel, I really like this pickup. The only thing that I maybe wish is that he batted righty. We have an issue with righty bats,
Yep.
so that doesn't really solve our issue there. So like our first baseman against left-handed pitchers is probably still unfortunately going to be Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one thing that I did not mention is that in all of this signing, we sent down Kyle Manzardo. So Nathaniel Lowe is basically just taking his spot as the left-handed batting first baseman.
Yeah.
We sent down David Fry. That one hurts just because of not even because he's great, just because I like the guy,
Yeah.
especially because of what he did to you guys in Game 5 2 years ago in the postseason. But I digress. And then we also sent down a reliever. I don't remember who.
Yeah. I've never
But
seen it, but
Nathaniel Lowe's Lowe, not Lau. Wow, that's a rough
terrible last
25.
year.
We won't even talk about that. But the sweet spot, that's really good. Just seeing red in almost all of your batting stats for a guy that is probably going to be majoritively of the time a DH. That's really good to see. Once again, wish he was maybe a righty, but whatever. So far this season with Cincinnati, he 12 home runs, 37 RBIs. That's a little very low.
Yeah,
But
83 games though, so he's we're
okay,
over well over 100 by now.
okay,
We're
yeah, I
100
didn't
and
account for that.
something.
So yeah, 13 or 12 home runs through 83 games. That's pretty good then. Average 266. We take that for a guy that you normally see as a power hitter.
Well, I think 240 is like average, right? Like the
Mhm.
major league average right now. So
Above average, we take. We definitely take. K percentage around 25, walk percentage 10. That's
he walks. That's
pretty good. That's very pretty good. Um, and then 120 WRC plus. That puts it all just into one number right there. He's above average as a batter, and we'll take that. We'll take that. Cal Manzardo, he got hot this last few weeks, hit a few home runs, but unfortunately a little too late, and he has been replaced.
what's
Ooh.
Lowe's splits? Is he truly a platoon bat? I haven't. I think on the left side you can go to splits.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, platoon bat.
Big time platoon bat.
But
Holy
that is the
crap.
platoon bat you want because most people are righties.
Hmm.
But
Unfortunately for the Guardians, it's righties that we want.
yeah,
But we'll take that. And then what do we give up to give Nathaniel Lowe? It was on paper technically just a 1-for-1 of Alejandro Rivera, and these are actually pretty decent prospect numbers here. They're okay prospect numbers.
yeah. The changeups is pitch obviously, but
The command, that's rough.
but for a 19-year-old, I mean, or 19 and a half year old, I mean,
Yeah, that is a good point. Rivera was a free agent, an international free agent, so we didn't lose a draft pick there. Looking at his numbers, this is rookie ball, which I've never seen somebody move up to A ball and then back down to rookie ball.
That's saying like his minor league numbers throughout the year.
Oh, just in general. Okay.
Yeah, he was in the complex. He was in the complex league then A ball.
I see. Okay.
And I think the
Oh, yeah,
complex
there
league
is.
ended, so that's why they decided to move him to A ball.
Okay, that makes sense. His few games, his one game that he had in A ball, he got beat up a little bit for a 9 ERA, but in the majority of his actual season in the minor league, he's been doing pretty decent. With an almost 12 K per 9 and under 1 home run per 9. That BABIP is actually insanely high at 280.
Yeah, 280 is pretty high.
But still at a 43 ground ball percentage. You just assume that a lot of mistake pitches. He's 19 years old. You leave a pitch in the zone, it's going to get hit like crazy. So I mean, I honestly don't know much about this dude, being as he's 19 years old. That is, gosh, almost 3 years younger than me. Holy crap.
Yeah,
that hurts.
It might be a guy in 3-4 years that you might hear something about if he turns into anything.
Yeah. But technically, Juan Brito wasn't a part of this trade, but in order to make room, we did DFA him and then traded him to the Nationals for cash.
Yeah.
So I see this as a 2-for-1 with cash, but technically on paper it was a 1-for-1 and then Juan Brito for cash.
Yeah.
And this one kind of does hurt. I feel like Juan Brito didn't really get a great chance to perform in the majors. And 0 service time. He did technically show up for us at one point this year, to the tune of a 176 batting average. Juan Brito, he's been like our top 5 prospect for like 3 years now, it seems like. And then we went and drafted Travis Bazzana first overall. So you could see the writing on the wall that it was kind of done for him over here in Cleveland. But it maybe would have been nice to see what he could have done. Or maybe he's just a career 4A player, and never really had the stuff.
There's a lot of them out there, and on bad teams, they can find their way in the roster.
Yeah. Not saying that the Nationals are bad.
They're not great either, though.
Oh no, Reds. Sorry, he got traded to the Reds. So maybe he might have a chance there at second base.
Yeah.
So this one kind of hurts to see leave, but once again wasn't technically a part of the trade. So
Yeah.
But Nathaniel Lowe, that'll be a really nice lefty power bat, and I'm really excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't torment the Tigers too bad. So the second biggest trade that the Tigers made outside of the school trade is we traded Casey Mize. I'll wait for Joe to get back here before we talk about these trades. Damn guy. Sure, that's fine. We're not doing anything or anything. That's fine. Take your time. It's okay. Can you believe this guy? Dog on him in the chat. Sure. I'll just fill time by myself while you're just doing whatever you want to do over here. Can we say something about his cat pictures and how weird they are? It's kind of an obsession, I think, that he has with cats.
Did you just say weird? Did you just say my cat photo was weird? I had
my headset
on that whole time. I was hearing everything you're saying about me. No, that cat photo is probably the sweetest photo or poster that we own. Come on with that. And I don't know if I've shown this, by the way. That's Ashley's sketch of the day right there.
You can't really see it, but
pretty sweet. It's a little shark guy on the wall.
Mm-hmm. See, shark is cool. I can get behind a shark. Cats. Mm.
Oh, one thing that I did forget to say with that Joe Adell trade, I am a little bit jealous that oh my gosh, I'm blanking on who he even gave for that. But Cozart, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I am a little jealous that he gets to play for the Trash Pandas. That's
Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Yeah, Rocket City Trash Pandas. That is the Angels AA affiliate. So lucky guy. He gets to play on probably the coolest minor league team, name-wise.
Yeah. So the Tigers, we traded former #1 overall pick Casey Mize, who was having a good year. He was free agent at the end of the year, and basically it was whether we bring him back or not, it was up in the air. And so we got back two guys. This is the main guy, Cash Mayfield. I think that's a great name. He's a 21-and-a-half-year-old lefty, and he slots in probably our first or second best pitching prospect. He's either the first one or second based on we took a pitcher in the first round of the draft this year. So he might be first. I'm not sure how he ended up ranking, but he was a first rounder a couple of years ago when the Padres took him. So I think probably with the year he's having, he might have a chance to crack the top 100 list. But if not, he's probably top 150 prospect in baseball. Which
with all those incentives you were talking about as far as like promoting top 100 prospects, does that count if they become a top 100 prospect after they're in your organization?
Yeah, it's by the time you promote them if they're a top 100 prospect. Okay. So he in this year he's a starter. He pitched 53 innings with the Padres. Good strikeout numbers, 10%. Good home run numbers. Walk numbers aren't bad. The FIP is a little high for. I'm not quite sure how it's calculating. I wouldn't think a FIP would be quite this high. Maybe it's little low strikeout numbers, not enough, little too many walks. But I think he could be really good. He slots into our top 2 prospects for starting pitching. So to get rid of
how old again?
21.5.
Okay.
And a lefty.
Yeah.
I think the big knock with him right now, if I'm remembering the guys correctly, is he doesn't have a lot of velocity right now. He's sitting like 91, 92, 93. So you would think at 6'4", 200, he can still grow into some velocity.
Yeah.
And if he can get 95, 96, something like that, he's got
overrated.
His changeup's his calling card, so they're trying to recreate Scooble, I think. Fastball, changeup, slider.
Yeah.
But I think I'm excited for him. It's sad to give up Casey. And the other guy that we got, I don't even know why he's still on a major league roster, to be honest with you. So we got Jackson Wolf. This guy, cool name.
Wolf.
He's 27 years old, and he is a lefty from Ohio. I didn't realize that until now. Wherever Gahanna, Ohio is.
Never heard of
But
it.
anyways, this year alone in AAA, he's pitched 89 innings to an ERA of 7.05.
Ooh.
And the FIP ain't much better. I don't know. I don't think FIP is on this page here, but he's 27, so he's old. He's been in AAA for three years. In 282 innings, he has an ERA of 6.48.
Oh, so he means it.
Yeah, I don't.
Hmm.
I don't understand how he's still even on like the Padres roster. I mean, almost 9 strikeouts per nine. That's not great.
No.
4.5 walks per nine. That's bad. 1.3 home runs. That's okay from a starter, which he is a starter. But I just 1.7 FIP. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand why. I mean, depth. Just to give innings down there, so you're not working too many guys. But this guy's never gonna make it to the majors. But
Mhm.
I take that back. I take that back. He's made one start in the major leagues
Oh, did he now?
in 2023. Can you guess who his start was against?
Was it against the Tigers?
It was against the Detroit Tigers.
What are the odds?
2023. They won that game 14-3. Rough game. 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. His lone major league appearance.
Yeah, what about that? As an opposing team gives you confidence to go out and buy this guy. Did he get injured, or why just the one start in 23 and then
Because he sucks.
duh.
2023 in I think they called him straight up from Double A. It appears in 2023.
Okay.
I mean, I guess a 4.13 ERA and 124 innings is not terrible. I mean, not almost 10 strikeouts per nine. So he wasn't bad in 23, but yeah, 24, 25 this year, he's just been bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's an interesting one.
I mean, I like the first pitcher that you gave us. I don't understand why you felt the need to trade for him. I guess it doesn't really matter, I guess, but you're not getting any value back for him.
Yeah.
The main guy is Cash Mayfield, and kind of disappointing that the year Casey Mize was having that you couldn't get a top 100 guy for.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like,
kind of hard to believe.
yeah, we talked about it about Jack Flaherty last episode. I think how he got a borderline top 100, which I think he's a or Cash is a borderline top 100 guy. But I mean, being in the very last trade of the deadline, and the Tigers, I mean, they threaded the needle and they didn't even buy a bullpen help. So yeah, he's exciting. I was hoping for more, but I guess I'm okay with
especially for pushing it as far as you possibly could.
Yeah.
Literally last minute.
I mean,
And I get, if there was an absolute need just to get him off your books.
but you already got cleared Scooble's money by trading him. So the money, like, we were close to the threshold of the luxury tax.
Oh, really?
In trading Scooble, like, I mean, I think we dropped like $9 million in money. So we're doing better. Money's not a problem for the luxury tax anymore. So yeah, I mean, he 2.85 I think was his ERA, but he did have injury issues. But I mean, if he's gonna walk, I mean, I guess you're gonna get him for something, and we still have good starting pitching. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Casey Mize, he's been sneaky good.
Yeah,
obviously not to you. You know how good he is as an actual Tigers fan, but not too many people are gonna name Casey Mize.
Yeah, like when he first came up, he was really good. I mean, he like a 3.5 ERA, so he was good. And then he had injury issues. I don't remember if it was Tommy John or I think he maybe it was Tommy John in the back, but I know he had a back issue. He had back surgery at the same time as another injury, so he lost quite a bit of time. And he came back and he was a little slow. But then the last 2 years, I mean, he was an all-star last year.
Mhm.
But yeah,
And should
this
have been
year,
one this year.
if he was healthy, he should have been one this year, and he probably still could have made the case he was one. But yeah, sad to see Casey go. He was the first 1-1 pick of our rebuild.
Yeah.
But
All right. So on to our last big acquisition, and I would consider this one kind of the big name. You know, Joe Adele, that'll be a nice power bat. Same with Nathaniel Lowe. But Foster Griffin, this guy's a sneaky dog. He
yeah,
was an all-star earlier this year for the holy crap,
Nationals.
for the Nationals. Yeah, you see, he was drafted first round by the Royals. I don't know how he became a National.
He was in the, I think he was in Japan over.
Really?
He was pitching somewhere else.
You're right. Yeah, I think the KBO. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I heard about
And
that.
he came back, and yeah.
Okay. Okay. But looking at his savant page, you see that fastball very, very valuable. The off speed being his changeup, that's pretty good. The breaking ball, a little to be desired. You see, that's a lot of movement though. That is almost 2 feet of movement on some of these sliders
Yeah.
or sweepers. Sorry. So that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Average is 17. Holy cow.
It's nuts. He's really
So
good.
I still haven't actually got the chance to watch him pitch yet. I don't think he makes a start. I think they're projected tomorrow, but I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
One thing about Foster Griffin, we didn't actually drop any starters, but we moved Slade Ciccone into a bullpen spot. And I really like that. I liked him as a starter. I don't know if he was quite, you know, the top of the line, but he did a really good job, and I think he's going to be a fantastic reliever for us. So that's pretty exciting. That walk rate, oh, that is just fantastic. 5% walk rate, almost a 6. That's
Yeah.
really, really good. Looking over at his stats here. Who is top? Yeah, the MPB. You're right,
Yeah.
Japan. Okay. And he's not a big strikeout guy. You see that with that ground ball. If you look back over here, his ground ball rate being at 46%, 72nd percentile in the league. So he is more of a ground ball hit to contact or pitch to contact kind of guy than he is a strikeout guy.
Yep.
Which is why this strikeout number only at 8 per 9, not great. The walks per 9 under 2.
2 is pretty good. Yeah,
That's
about
very
2 is
good.
good. Yeah.
That's very good. The BABIP isn't great. You
BABIP
see
is
that
okay.
as a contact guy. It's I guess I don't know how BABIP really compares to batting average.
I would say if your BABIP is above 300, that's when you have issues.
Okay.
I think like 200 is and below and 300 is up. So like somewhere in between is an okay BABIP, I think.
Holy crap, he tore up Japan last year. That's a 1.6 ERA. Wow, and a 1.8 FIP. Holy cow. Back in the minors, back in the major league in America, came back to earth a little bit, but still a 3 ERA and a just above 4 FIP. Those are really respectable numbers. So he's gonna slot right into our rotation, I think, beautifully.
Yeah, and I was surprised with how little you guys gave up to get him. He is a rental, but you didn't give up a whole lot.
Well, we gave up 4 dudes, but not 4 really spectacular guys. Josh Hartzell here. He was one of the ones that we gave up, drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 3rd round. I'll get to how we got to him in just a second. But if you look at all of his numbers there, those are league average, below league average for a 23-year-old in AA. So not too hurt about that. Okay, so yeah, how do we get Josh Hartzell? We got him from the Pirates when we traded away Spencer Horwitz. And we acquired Luis Ortiz, Michael Kennedy, who no, not one of these, and Josh Hartzell. So Spencer Horwitz, I also have here. We got from the Pirates for Andres Jimenez, Nick Sandelin. And there it was. Nick Mitchell, we also got back from the Pirates, and that's one of these trade pieces that I'll get into in just a second. But that I remember being very, very confused when this happened because at the time we still had Josh Naylor on our team, and we picked up Spencer Horwitz, but then immediately flipped him. So I was like, okay, it's starting to make some sense. One of the other guys that we gave up here, Will Dion, he did make a few starts for us this year out of the bullpen, and really okay.
Yeah.
In a few starts, he did manage to get 0.1 of a WAR, so technically above replacement level. We'll take that.
Yeah, for a depth piece, if he comes out and just doesn't suck, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You take if you're calling somebody up from AAA and they're not a high prospect, you just hope that they don't implode.
Yeah. Once again, average is good.
Yeah.
And a replacement level is technically below average, but you'll take a replacement level for a replacement.
Yeah.
Strikeout number pretty good. That's only in 12 games with the actual Guardians in the major league. Left on base, that's not what you want to see.
High BABIP though.
Yeah. But yeah, almost a 400 BABIP. So not great. We'll call him replacement level. We'll call Josh Hartzell a work in progress. I don't even want to try to say this name. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Kendaglis Villegas.
That's about as good as I could get.
I think there's a I don't know if it's baseball reference or Savant or there's one of them where like has the name pronunciation. I don't remember what it is.
But I'm not gonna pull that up. So we're just he's not on our team anymore.
Doesn't matter.
It's not our problem. Yeah. He was also a free agent signing, international free agent. The one thing that does kind of hurt about this, that's a 70 fastball. Yeah, so I don't know how fast he's throwing, but he is throwing fast. 22-year-old. What did he do down in the minors? A lot of strikeouts. Holy crap. And even more strikeouts in AA. Wow. Yeah. Wow. But oh my gosh, he dominated AA just in 2 games.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he
still, I mean, I guess he had a high ERA.
It's a 400 BABIP, unfortunately, and a 4 ERA. But yeah, this could come back to hurt us if he maybe develops a better off speed. Yeah,
probably literally just his command. I mean, 2-pitch pitcher as a reliever is okay.
Yeah, you'll take 2 pitches, especially if that 70 rated fastball is telling the story that I think it is.
Yeah.
And this one could hurt. So look out for Kendaglis Villegas in the next few years. You'll know him when you see him. When you're like, how the hell do you say that? Oh, yeah. It's him.
You'll see him come into the game. And you're like, where do I know that name from? Swingin Bunt podcast talked about him.
Yep. Tell your friends. And then the last piece, another guy that we got in the Spencer Horwitz trade, Nick Mitchell, outfielder, 22 years old. The hit rate is pretty good. The speed rate is
fast.
Very pretty good. We'll take that. Yeah, this just seems like your prototypical outfielder, contact guy.
Typical Guardians player.
Yeah.
Was he a lefty? I saw an L up there. Yep. Lefty.
Yep, that's lefty.
It all makes sense.
That doesn't hurt getting rid of, honestly. Batted 240 with a 360 slugging down in just AA this year.
At 22, that's not bad, but yeah.
So just above a 100 WRC plus, so about a league average player for AAA or AA.
But
and once again we got an absolute piece in Foster Griffin out of it.
Yeah, an all-star pitcher. Probably if you guys make the playoffs, he's probably your number 3 starter, I would guess.
Yeah, I'd believe that behind 100% Gavin, 100% Parker, and probably Foster Griffin slots in right there.
Yeah.
So we'll take that. It worries me a little bit that 2 of the 4 guys that we signed this offseason are 1-year rentals. But we're making a push, and you can't be mad about that. You know.
One thing I've always heard is if you're gonna trade for a starter, especially a rental, if you're trading for him and you don't have confidence in him starting a playoff game for you, then you don't need to trade him. Trade for him. Like, if he's not going to be your if he's gonna be your fifth starter, then he's not worth a trade.
Yeah.
Which in theory, it does make sense. For the same time, if he helps you get there, then if like you have a really bad fifth starter
Mhm.
and you need somebody to be average, but yeah, it's one of those things.
And once again, I said this way earlier at the start of the show. So if you're tuning in a little later, you might have missed this. But Foster Griffin, that is a $1.6 million rental for the rest of the season. Nathaniel Lowe under $500,000, and Joe Adell 1.5 million. And then Craig Yoho, he's a rookie. He has no service time.
Mhm.
So as far as the amount of money that we spent for these rentals, $2 million for 2 1-year rentals, that's really good.
Yeah, you're not giving anybody any money. You just lost on the prospects, basically.
Yeah, which I feel like we can eat for the most part.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to talk to you about is our president of baseball operations did an interview last night after the deadline happened, and our Scott Harris does not do interviews. Like the last time he did an interview was the Kevin McGonigal when we signed Kevin McGonigal to his extension, and that was April.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I get it, head of baseball operations, you're a busy guy, but like he has not been quoted, like he has not talked to the media one bit, and it's been like that for forever. It kind of, I wish he would talk more because I do enjoy listening to him talk,
Mm-hmm.
but in the interview, some of the reporters were asking him about when did he decide like what to do, to sell, to buy, to what to do with this deadline.
That's a good question.
It kind of made me sad with what he answered.
Mm.
So he said after the ball, he prepared both sides for like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So he was ready to do both. And he said he was waiting. He waited till after the Baltimore series to decide on what to do. And the Baltimore series was the series before Oakland, the series before last. And if you remember, if you listened to the episode that came out yesterday, we talked about one of the games in the Baltimore series, Scooble's last start, and when we were up 7-1. If we win that game, do we keep Scooble and do we buy?
That's a painful question.
Because I mean, we lost that series 2-1. If we win that series, I mean, we're 1.5 games out of the wild card. I mean, we're 2.5 games still right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Scooble's last start being up 7-1 and losing. You tell me that decided it made his decision buy or sell?
Yeah, if you didn't already hate the Tigers bullpen, that oh gosh, that makes me angry. And I'm not even a Tigers fan.
Yeah, I mean, I get I get what he was saying too. I don't blame him. I mean, he was typical head of anything. Like you say, it's his fault. He didn't build a good enough team to be able to go and buy, and he didn't do this. He should have done this better. And then he also talked about how we had 35 guys on our 40-man roster be on the injured list before the trade deadline.
Wow.
And that's like the 0.5% of outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, it's unlucky, but I mean, it's baseball. But yeah, it's looking back on it, it's like if we win that game, the season could be drastically different.
Yeah, that hurts.
It sucks, but I mean, I understand the selling. I mean, selling, we got rid of 2 people. I mean, 2 of our best people.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a little interesting to me that the Tigers didn't do more selling. Yeah. Like it would have been really nice if you guys got Glaber off the books. Yeah. But I can't imagine there's a lot of value there. So
I mean, yeah, he's making because he accepted the qualifying offer at the end of the year. Last year that we gave him. So he's making like $18 million this year for this year only. He's a free agent next year. This week's signing. But he answered that question too. Why did he trade Glaber? Why did he trade Kenley? And he said that the value wasn't enough to justify getting rid of them for what could still be a playoff team.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even
You never
without
know.
Scooble and Casey, I think, I mean, the team's going to go as far as the bullpen will let it. I think. And I saw like right before we went live, we made. I didn't see who we sent down, but we called up a bullpen guy from AAA who we claimed from. I don't even remember where, but he's a big strikeout walk guy. He strikes a lot of guys out, but he walks like 20% of guys too.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go. He talked a lot about that he's gonna try and let the young guys play, make more moves. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the rest of the season is gonna hold, and I mean, a lot of teams ahead of us in the wild card standings bought. Like
Yeah.
you guys bought, Boston bought. Who else is ahead of us? Baltimore, I think, is ahead of us, but they sold.
White
Toronto,
Sox, if you think about it.
yeah, White Sox. Toronto bought and sold. That was a whole weird. They traded Gosman, but then traded for Soriano.
Uh-huh.
Which I mean, I guess I don't know what Gosman's contract is, but Soriano's got team control. But
Okay.
yeah, another thing he talked about was, I mean, he said he didn't have like fact checked it, but he said he thinks it's the first time in history, or at least a long time, that two top 100 players were traded at the deadline for a rental. We got Hope in River Ryan.
Yeah.
You just don't see even a top 100 guy. I would think quite a bit of top 100 guys got traded this year, but this year's weird with the American League. But everyone's bashing him for the trade. But if he made history, I mean, that's pretty good history.
Yeah, people could be as mad as they want the fact that Scooble went to the Dodgers, but I don't think you get a return like that from anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, the Brewers could probably have matched it, but there's a couple teams that could have probably matched it, but it's probably more of what they were looking for and what they wanted specifically. So I think I saw that the Brewers said that they thought their offer was better, which no shit.
Yeah, of course you would think that.
Yeah, why would you not say that?
No, we sent garbage. Actually, we're not surprised.
Our trade offer was actually worse than the Dodgers. We didn't actually try to like. What does that give your fan base? Like,
yeah.
I thought that was funny. Like, no shit. But so, you happy with you guys' deadline? You think?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Surprised once again.
Yeah.
I thought we would be buyers. I didn't think we would do this much, especially coming from the Guardians, who seem to never do anything at the deadline. Yeah. So, very happily surprised. Yeah.
Yep. We've been flexing up and down between 4, 5, 7 viewers. Anybody still here got any questions for us or thoughts on?
Questions real quick.
Yeah, if you got, I know some of you probably aren't the biggest baseball fans, but any baseball questions you want it answered?
Yeah, preferably no questions from Aiden.
Preferably. It'll take a second for that to catch up, but first live streams went pretty well. I mean,
yeah, not bad.
Didn't have a whole bunch of viewers, but we didn't expect that either.
We're just a few people stopped in. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah,
I am currently missing the Guardians game, so any question? Oh shit, we're losing. Rats against Chaminade too.
Gross. I'm ready for the Tigers to get off of the West Coast. I'm tired of these 9 o'clock games, 10 o'clock games. Yeah. I can't stay up for them. I'm falling asleep.
But, now that I kind of think about it, and Aiden says meow. Okay. I think it might be me and you with the stream open, and then just Aiden as our third.
I don't think. Yeah, Aiden. I think you. I don't think I actually have the stream open. I have it somewhere else. I don't know if it counts as a view. So yeah, it could just be us. So, but yeah, I think it's a good stream, and
yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, it's because I figured out how to put it up on YouTube and all that stuff. But
surely there's a way.
Yeah, I'm positive there is if I can figure it out in time. But we'll probably put it on Spotify as well. I think if I can download it and do that.
Okay.
But if you guys are watching on YouTube later and you want to want us to live stream more, you want to join in on it, you let us know in the comments if you think we should do it. That's so
nobody
true.
cares about the Guardians.
That is facts right there.
That's not true. That's not true.
I can't think of anybody that cares about the Guardians.
How about
that is true.
Mm.
Let's see.
I didn't see it. Nobody cares about the Guardians, he says, after listening to an hour 15 long podcast about the Guardians. So got you there.
You did get them. Yeah, this is true. So, well, I think that was a good, successful first stream. We kind of got things figured out, and still a little bit of kinks to work out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, it didn't go bad at all. It was smoother than I thought. It's still very nerve-wracking being actually live. I'm sorry that I was so unattentive and walked away for a second as everybody dogged me in the chat.
Fair, it was fair. So yeah, we appreciate you listening and and trying to understand, and you can always ask us more questions. We can get you hooked on the Tigers
or the Guardians. Yeah. You say or a good baseball team, like there's not
as long as it's not the Dodgers. That's or the Yankees, but mainly the Dodgers. But that's so well. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and let us know. Let us know in the comments if you're listening to this later, if you wish you joined, and if you want us to do it more, maybe we'll stick it to special episodes like this that we go live, or we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody who did stop by. If you're watching this afterwards, thanks for watching. Great time going live. As always, we're out here and we're having fun. We're swinging big. Whatever happens, guys.